What's going on, guys? This is Hassan from the Spiritual Walks. I hope everyone is doing amazing. Let's talk about productivity. Let's talk about the productivity culture. Let's talk about how useful it is, the importance of productivity, but also a lot more on the flip side. About the things that not everyone likes to talk about. There is a dark side to these things. Very often when we get presented or we are displayed a better way of doing something, whether it's journaling or waking up early in the morning or taking particular supplements or whatever it may be, there seems to be this sort of marketing feature that elicits an interest. Like, yeah, okay, this person who's following all of these routines, this person is, has got some good stuff going for themselves. They're either, doing the job that they love doing, or they are, rich, or they have supercars or big houses or whatever it may be. And so that can really easily draw us into this productive culture. And then we start reading 4 books a day and starting, to start running 20 miles a day and all of that stuff. Like, perhaps we need to readdress this, because it can be toxic, it can be. And so how do we draw the line? How do we actually go about figuring out what is healthy and what is unhealthy? If you are productive and you're all about it, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Right? If you fully devote yourself towards a particular direction, towards a particular goal, that's excellent. That's beautiful, actually, for any human being who has the power to dedicate and focus into one particular field. Beautiful things come out of that. But there is a dark side to it, in that sometimes the motivation behind it is either short-lived or is to some extent superficial. Now, I don't like using the word superficial, because the truth is that there is really no such thing as superficial. You either look at life as everything is superficial, or everything is actually quite important and it matters, or the opposite of whatever superficial may be. Profound, I guess. So, looking at this productivity routine, if you're looking to put together a productivity routine and you're addicted to doing more, right, to essentially achieve more, right, are we doing it because our happiness lies in that more region? Are we doing it because the more we actually go ahead and we, wake up in these early mornings and we do this work and we journal and we do this, do that, is it to earn more money so that we can buy ourselves things, and then we want to buy ourselves things to be happy? And very often, the objection, the mental objection is that, no, like, I'm already happy, but I'm just doing it because I enjoy it, I'm already happy. But the truth is that that's not always the case, okay? We actually trick ourselves into thinking that, we are already complete and fulfilled, and that we are grateful, but we strive to be the best. And very often that very strive is there to try and fill a particular void within ourselves. Now, that's really what I'm interested in addressing. It's really that void. So how do you actually look at this, and how do you actually get to a point of honesty with yourself to really see through the initial motivations as to why we go ahead, we strive, we try to get this, we try to get that, we try to, get a bigger house, we promote ourselves. So, that's fine, okay? It's fine. And everything in life is always trying to get a bigger bite of life. But we have the ability to be conscious of this, okay? we have the ability to see that a part of us is always seeking pleasure, is always seeking to fill this void, okay? To constantly get these hits of dopamine. There is that part of us. When we become conscious of this, okay, we begin to see that, it's a never-ending process. From the day we are born up until we are on our deathbed, we are constantly seeking something, right? Now, what's the alternative then? Okay, like, if I'm not seeking these goals, if I'm not chasing after money, or if I'm not chasing after anything, right? What do I do then with my life? Okay? And this isn't, the point where I tell you, look, you've got to refrain from these desires or these lusts in life so that, you can go to heaven and all of that. No. Everything, right, that you do, you will face a consequence within this life of what you have done, okay? What happens after, you die, that I haven't experienced yet. I can only believe in what may happen. I can only speculate and hear stories about what may happen. But there is, a consequence to refraining from going into this rat race, from chasing after these never-ending lusts. And the consequence is essentially peace, okay? And even peace is perhaps not the right term for it, okay? There is like a certain type of sweetness that develops within that void by refraining from trying to fill that void. Okay, and that very sweetness is versatile and is consistent compared to the inconsistencies of the lust-chasing actions and events. Okay, so that's what we're really talking about here. That's just a reminder that everything you are actually working towards, everything you actually need, right? These are obligations within life, within the physical, to fulfill your physical life, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Your goals, your desires, your desire to make people happy, to help the needy, to help... all of these things are obligations that we take on to fulfill the faculty of the physical life. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But before all of that, or behind all of these obligations, there is that which is complete, okay? So let's just be aware of that. And I hope that this sparks some thoughts or ideas of reflection. And obviously feel free to ask me any questions on this. But aside from that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.